Hello again, friends, and welcome to another fine edition of 151. My name is Adam, and I'm joined by a man who wants to believe in Bigfoot, but doesn't believe in bullshit. His name is Justin.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, how are you? Oh, I forgot something for you real quick, okay?
Oh,
I'm going to take
okay.
off my headphones real quick.
Okay, wow, we're doing this already. Well, oh, God, I need to go change shirts.
Nope, you lost the opportunity.
Damn it. Can you
No!
Let's do it. Let's do a quick fade. Come on. Damn it.
You missed the opportunity of a lifetime here.
Damn it. I was wearing this earlier, and I'm like, oh, hey, I don't think I've ever worn this on the show before, and I just went with, damn it.
Do you really want to go change your shirt?
No, let's go.
No, it's fine. I can wait here.
No, God damn it. Let's go.
No, it's fine. Go.
Nope. Hey, I'm Justin. I'm joined by a man who looks like a young Tony Conrad.
You had one job. For those of you who are listening to this and not watching on our YouTube channel, which we hope that you subscribe to, I put on a certain hat that was in a certain picture that became a certain T-shirt. Just go get the shirt.
You can still get them. The link's still live.
Just go get it.
Okay, cut to black.
All right, I think he's gone, everybody. We're going to fast forward, and it's going to make it look like I'm talking a lot, but I'm really not. I'm just going to be moving my mouse, so it's going to look like this.
And I'm back.
Now, stand up and get everybody the... All right, so our buddy Seth Alney, I put this picture up. I was playing World of Warcraft in the basement, and our basement gets cold from time to time, right? So my head was cold, and I was like, my dad got me this hat for Christmas as a joke, right? And I saw it laying there, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to put it on, and I thought it was funny, and I took a picture, and I put it up, and the next thing you know, it's a T-shirt.
Well, look, with the hat and the beard, you reminded me of a post-bat crazy Randy Quaid. What can I say?
It is funny. I mean, the beard is starting to get a little out of control at this point.
Oh, no, but it's looking good, man.
It's got so much gray right there.
I know, but it's character. It's character.
I mean, let me get up on the camera here. I mean, you really look at this bastard, and it is damn gray.
Yeah.
I mean, not just gray, white.
Right. I turn, at time of recording now, it's Saturday night.
Yeah.
I turn 40 on Monday. And if you look at this, because I lost 5 years, I shaved and trimmed since the first time since February. Since I was in San Antonio, I had a professional razor trim down there on the straight razor trim on the Riverwalk, and then I just got lazy. I took off 5 years, my friend. You look way older than I do.
I do look old with the beard. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. But you know what? I've never had a beard this long before, so I kind of want to see.
No, dude, rock it.
I kind of want to see where it goes from here. You know?
Right.
I do want to get it cleaned up a little bit because it is getting like over on the side parts. It's getting a little insane. Right. But yeah. Anyways,
I love it when it comes down and starts flaring out.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Anyways, welcome to 151, the show. My name is Adam.
Hi, guys.
This is Justin. Had to broach there for some reason. Yeah, I know. High class here. Anyways, we're sponsored by Skeleton Wine. You can find out more about them at their website, skeletonwine.com, or on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyard. As for us, 151theshow.com is going to be your best bet. But otherwise, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151theshow. And we hope that you like, follow, share, subscribe, and rate us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, and, of course, Google Play. Did I say Google Play? I don't know. But anyways, I have to breathe. Anyways, so here we are.
You know,
what?
I feel like I'm really doing a good job. I feel like I'm really doing a really good job here. First I had the Star Wars shirt with the Star Trek mug, but
yeah.
Now I'm rocking socks. I'm rocking my Federation of Planets mug. I'm feeling trendy tonight, man. I'm feeling good.
Anyways, welcome to the show tonight. It is at the time of recording this is a Saturday night show. My wife has actually had a sleepover with a friend, and I texted her a little bit ago. Do you know what she said? I go, "Are you coming home tonight, or am I going to see you in the morning?" Because she took a bag with her, and
Right.
she goes, "I'm in no condition to drive."
I can only hope the bag was full of leather whips and various other implements.
Oh, what a world it would be if that was true, but it was not.
I feel for you.
It was all made of glass.
Right. See, and my wife.
You just got
my wife.
They're all dishwasher friendly.
My wife comes through 5 minutes ago, gets her laptop, flips us both off, and then takes back off upstairs.
Yep,
so,
there you go. So anyways, that's what's going on with the show. The kid is asleep now. We had a good night. We had McDonald's, and we watched SpongeBob SquarePants Fish Out of Water, or whatever the movie was.
Nice. The one with David Hasselhoff?
I don't know. I quit watching.
Oh.
SpongeBob
quality, man.
SpongeBob has never done anything for me.
Oh, I love SpongeBob.
Really?
Yes, I love SpongeBob. Like the movies. Some of the episodes are just, time filler. But the movies are always pretty quality.
Huh. I've never gotten into SpongeBob. I know a couple people that are into SpongeBob, but maybe it's the old gray beard showing, but yeah, just not my thing. You know what? I just realized with my weight, which is bad right now, and the semi-white beard, I might be able to pull off Santa Claus here in a few years.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
Cool. Anyways, tonight on the show, we're going to get into some video game talk. Both Justin more a gamer than I am. I have like my 2 or 3 games that I play, and that's about it.
Right.
But you're
I'm a video game starter. I don't know that I'm a video game player.
Well, that's the thing though. I think you play different games than I do. And I get, like we've talked about a million times, I play a lot of World of Warcraft, mainly because World of Warcraft is a game that doesn't have an end.
Right.
Right.
No, absolutely. That was the appeal when I started it.
Red Dead Redemption 2 doesn't have an end, has a million different Easter eggs, which, by the way, my 5-year-old is oddly mesmerized by Red Dead Redemption.
Interesting.
He loves the Easter egg stuff. Like, we've had to go around. He'll watch it on YouTube. Because he saw a video of the Ghost Train one night, right?
Right.
And have you ever seen the Ghost Train on Red Dead Redemption?
I have. Well, I've seen it on the YouTube. I haven't seen it on the game itself.
I've gotten that thing to show up twice on 2 different games, easy. Like show up and it shows up, right?
Right.
Since Jace has started to watch and try and see the Ghost Train, I cannot get that son of a to show up.
Well, of course not.
So, anyways, but yeah, I like games that are long and that you have to put some time into them.
Right.
Or I like Call of Duty where you can do multiplayer and just, a match is a match and then that's it. Except the last Call of Duty I got, and I can't remember which one it was, I wasn't a big fan of. It was kind of like, okay, this is just I'm done with this. So, anyways, you're a different kind of gamer than I am, correct?
I tend to be your I guess, and I've never really understood how the classification with your quote unquote role playing games.
I don't know what you did to your camera, but the white balance.
I just moved it.
Half of your face has disappeared.
Right.
I realized legitimately half of your face disappeared there.
Right.
Okay, you're good now. Your face is back, but for a second there, this part of your face was gone. You were part of the wall. That's funny. Anyways, tell us about your video games, Justin.
I like the. I think it's like or they consider it role playing games. So like your. Oh yeah. Where you're building a character. Like right now, here recently, about 4 months ago, I did something I hadn't done in a long time, and I Well, honestly, I trashed out a computer and I had to upgrade computers significantly, and I moved from a desktop to a workstation, a laptop workstation. So for the first time in a long time, I actually have a computer with enough horsepower that I could play a game on Windows.
Yeah.
Which I haven't had in years. Because it's all been fairly utilitarian and low power for work. So I started playing, or I subscribed to the PC subscription of the Xbox subscription, like the Game Pass, because it was super cheap per month because they were trying to get PC players wrapped in. So I've been playing the Outer Worlds, which is kind of like a Fallout style. You know, you're playing a character, you have choices to make with dialogue, and it branches, and that's really the kind of game that I invest any amount of time into.
Okay.
You know, Borderlands.
What were you bringing up about the switch from whatever you're playing now to Xbox?
Well, I've been playing that on PC. So yeah, one of the things that I've been considering is I've classically been a PlayStation guy since a PlayStation 2. I've had 2, I've had 3. I've never owned an Xbox, even though I've been a guy who's pretty into computers since the time I was 12 years old, so almost 30 years. But I've never owned an Xbox. I've always been PlayStation. But I think coming this fall, when the new systems are released, that rather than a PS5, I think I'm probably going to get an Xbox.
Why?
For a couple of reasons. Number one, it's
and if this is real technical jargon, let's just skip it.
No, not at all. I'm not going to get into. I think what I'm seeing spec wise, the PS5 may actually be the better system.
Well, bits and bops and that sort of thing.
Right, bits, bops, and teraflops. No, there's a couple reasons. One, there isn't a limited amount of interoperability right now of being able to stream your Xbox to any Windows PC on your network, and a certain amount of, although I've heard mixed reviews on it, of being able to stream your Windows 10 like games onto your Xbox. So the cross-play back and forth. There's also games that if you buy it for Xbox, for example, you get the PC version of it, and your saves are synced in the cloud and whatnot. Probably the cloud. The biggest thing probably that I have seen in the past 4 months that's really pushing me to make this change, I think, is the amount of games on the Xbox and seem to be, aimed at kids. Savannah, my 7-year-old, there's a game called Pikuniku that she is just absolutely. It's an independent game. You're like a little round blob with legs, and you have to solve logic puzzles.
Okay.
And she absolutely loves it. She will spend hours on that thing if I let her. It's a family friendly game, and maybe I've just missed them, but I haven't seen a hell of a lot of family friendly games. There's Disney games.
You're looking for something more for your kid then?
No, I'm looking for something that's more of an all-around experience, I guess, for more than just me at this point.
You want the kid to follow in your footsteps. Let's break this down, Justin. You want your daughter to play video games just like Dad.
She already does. She's got Animal Crossing on the Switch and Mario Kart.
You know what? I'll tell you this much. If you go down the road of the kids stuff, it is kind of cool to see, like, Jace. He's 5, right? And we've got one of those little Super Nintendo deals with, like, the 30 games on it or whatever. And to watch him at first start to play one and get, like, frustrated, reset it, start a new game, to, like, legitimately getting a little bit better every time, where he won his first Street Fighter match. I think it's got Street Fighter 2 on it. He won... he got through a level of, like, I think Castlevania or something, nice. And to make little, like, leaps like that, it's like, all right, I'm going to have someone to play with here soon.
Right, and I'm watching Savannah start in like on this Piku Niku game. It's all logic puzzles when it comes down to it. So I'm
You're
watching
becoming part of the
her.
wall again. Hey, guess what? Justin's back, everybody. What? What is wrong?
No.
Are you mad now? Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad. I'm frustrated by the limits of our technological problems here.
I do like the thing where it's like, I like how America just decided COVID was over. No, hopefully soon we'll be able to get back together and hang out in the studio and do stuff again. So
anyway, it's fun to see my 7-year-old solve these logic puzzles in this Piku Niku game. And okay, have let me ask you this. Like, what if you make the breakthroughs?
What if you get this what if you switch to Xbox and you hate it? I mean, what if you legitimately get this thing and hate it?
Then I'm gonna probably have one of the pre-orders and it'll be sold out for Christmas, and I'll slap an extra $50 on it and gouge it to somebody else. It'll be fine.
You know, it's funny. My dad, who born in 55, so what would that make him? 65 now, I think. Yep. He is a avid gamer.
Yeah,
and he's already. I know the chief is. He's already looking at trying to get a PS5.
Mm-hmm.
The dude loves Call of Duty. He loves Grand Theft Auto. He loves him and my brother play Red Dead Redemption 2 online together.
Right.
And you know what speaking of another thing for PS5, and this is just, I like how this conversation is just all over the place in regards to video games at this point. But my brother bought one of those games on the PS5 download. It's a golf simulator, right? And you can go and you can make golf courses.
Okay.
There's a golf course in Polk City, Iowa called Tournament Club of Iowa. Somebody remade that course on the game.
Nice.
And it's on this simulator. Marcus, there's that one and there's another one from Iowa. But I'll be damned if you don't go on it and go, wow, this is, except for looking out into the horizon and there's nothing but forest as far as the eye can see.
Right.
You know.
Is the course in Marshalltown?
Yeah. No, Waterloo.
Oh, Waterloo. Yeah.
Is
it in Waterloo?
But Marcus, he went through recently and he made because they're my dad and my brother are big in golf. I'm not a huge golfer. I just never have been. But they bought clubs for the 5-year-olds, so they try and chip it over the street. So my brother built our house and my cousin's house across the street on this golf simulator, and it's the damnedest thing you ever seen.
That's great.
Will you get that with your Xboxes?
No, but the one thing that they have said with the new Xbox is they are going to maintain backward compatibility, which does make sense. So when I get if I get an Xbox One X or whatever it is, the new series,
you don't even know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called. No, because you had the Xbox, the 360, the Xbox One. I think now it's like the One S, and I think the new one is the X or something, but.
Xbox Series X.
You're right. So when that goes live, if I buy that at Christmas time, then all of like the current games that are out there now are supposed to be backwards compatible with it and actually see the performance games. So like if it ran at 30 frames per second, it'll probably run at 60 or something like that now, which makes sense because, I mean, if it's a DirectX Windows architecture, that hasn't changed, so it would make sense that those games would run on the new system. Whereas the PS5, Sony's already said, "Hey, look, we do generation by generation.
Yeah,
we're not going to do backwards compatibility because if you want that game, go buy that system."
Yeah,
so
I get
basically, it. I can inherit the entire Xbox library.
But isn't PS5 going to be backwards compatible?
Console.
Backwards compatible?
Somewhat. I still don't think we have an accurate answer on that.
I don't know. This is 151 The Show. You can find us on 151theshow.com or this station's website.com. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151 The Show. Please like, subscribe, and follow and do all that on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and our YouTube channel. We're talking about video games. I'm Adam. This is Justin, of course, sponsored by Skeleton Vineyards.
This is the Elusive B-Squatch.
So as it relates to video games, what are you looking forward to? Like, okay, so you're gonna get this new Xbox. What's the game you're looking forward to?
I'd like to see. I think we've reached a point where graphics, no matter what you're playing, whether you're playing PC, whether you're playing, you gotta Xbox or PS5.
As a video game creator, you got to be trying really hard with the technology we have to make a fucking video game.
You really, really do. Right? I mean, like indie games that people are doing in their basement, look, phenomenal and amazing these days because you can download a copy of Unreal Engine. There are pre-rendered stuff. I mean that you can make video games out of. I mean, if you've got a little bit of a budget, you can buy, assets for your game now. From stores, from Autodesk and a whole bunch of those places to drop in and run a game. I mean, it's not that you have to work really hard to make a looking game. So graphics aren't it anymore. The graphics are there, the resolution's there, the hardware's there. Honestly, what always surprises me or impresses me are the games that let you interact, in, hey, look, even turn towards the thing.
Yeah. Try turning the other way now, Justin. Bring us back. Come on, show us the other side of your room.
Hey, there we go.
No, I mean, actually, literally, turn it. Come on, do it. Do it!
There, you can start to see my Funko shelf.
There you go. Hey, now it looks like a geek show. Hey, I got some of the same pictures on the wall. I think for me, one of the things I want to try for video games here, it's not so much the console games or stuff, but I think I mentioned on the last show that I've been watching a lot of like Gray Still Plays,
right.
YouTuber on a YouTuber on YouTube, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
But he does a lot of indie games, and there's a couple that he's played that one, just the videos are hilarious to begin with.
Right.
But there's a couple that I'm like, wow, that looks like a lot of fun. He played one and I had to look up the name of it, but it's called Hobo Tough Life, where you're a hobo and you have to live on the streets and do hobo stuff. And it's from like the Czech Republic or something like that. And then there was another one. It's a game called Subsistence. I think I'm saying that right. Subsistence. No, wait, no, that's not the one I like. Hold on. You talk. I'll look up.
Okay, so like I've been playing one called The Old Man's Journey. Which I actually was on, like I said, that Xbox Pass, and then I bought because I didn't want it to leave before I got it done. It's very much sort of the same thing. It's a little indie game, and it's all about storytelling. You're watching an old man as he's journeying to visit his daughter, kind of pass through his life. You unlock flashbacks and whatnot, and it's not like exciting, but it's super cathartic.
The one of the games he did play is called I can't ever say it. Subsistence. Which it's a cool game. It wasn't the one I was thinking of. I didn't want everybody to think, oh, wow, he thinks that game sucks. No, it's actually kind of a cool game. No, the one I was thinking of is called The Long Dark Night. Or The Long Dark, excuse me.
Okay.
I'm going to get this right, apparently, at some point. But it's like a survival game where you get dumped off in the middle of, the winter, and you have to survive. Right. And if you die, you die. There's no, like, hey, there's this, second chance or anything. So, I don't know. If you were going to make a game, okay, let's take it this direction. Okay. Because we're not so far long in the tooth yet. If you were going to make a game, what platform would you make it on? Would you do a PC or would you do a console?
I think anymore. I mean, you can release for both. I don't think something has to be a console exclusive anymore.
Why don't you just answer the question?
Console. I mean, the Outer Worlds is a fantastic game. It's available on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and they're porting it to Switch as of next week. I mean, I don't think you have to limit yourself anymore, but since you're going to be a D-bag, I'll say console.
I listen, I've been working in radio long enough that it's every time a question comes up like this where you're like, hey, pick one or the other, everyone's like, oh, well, I think I'd do this instead, or I don't think you have to pick one or the other. And it's always like, just pick one. Just do it. That's the question.
I'd make it for the Sega Dreamcast.
Perfect, Jerry.
Douche.
Did you see on Rick and Morty, I think it was last week, they actually had a Sega Dreamcast joke?
That's why it came to mind.
Oh, that show's so good. Did you watch Solar Opposites yet on Hulu?
No.
No. It's almost too Rick and Morty.
I started the first 10 minutes and it didn't grab me, and I realized I was doing something else with the first 10 minutes of it on, so I shut it off. I haven't been back to it. I don't know whether I just wasn't in the right mood or what.
Oh, if we get a second, we got to talk about the Steve Carell show on Netflix.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it started and I haven't made it yet. So
we watched 5 episodes last night.
Right, that's kind of what I'm afraid is. I'm just going to start binging it and not stop.
They're only half-hour episodes. It's wonderful.
Well, I know, but
anyways, back to video games. Okay, so you want to make it for everything. You want to be able to play it on the wall if possible.
We'll just stick with this generation of consoles just for simplicity's sake for you, okay?
All right, what kind of game do you want right now? I mean, if you were going to, I know we kind of talked about creating a game. Do you want to do that?
I don't know. I mean, let me tell you what I'm playing right now. Okay. I mean, because I actually brought
this
up my
should
list
be interesting
on the other monitor. So I'm playing The Outer Worlds, like I said. I am playing the crap here out of Forza Horizon 4, which is a racing game. They've got a whole bunch of like classic and exotic cars, and they have a Lego segment to that. So I'm on Lego Island right now with all these like supercars and all these races, and it sounds ridiculous, but it is stupid fun.
The Lego. I don't know why we have to turn everything into Lego stuff. Like, the kid will watch some Lego, like, thankfully he doesn't watch a lot of Lego stuff, but he'll watch it sometimes. And then the Lego movies, and then there's Lego Star Wars, and Legos Indiana Jones, and Legos this, and Legos that. It's like, really? Does everything need to be Legos?
Because you can make anything, like, you can make anything into a joke with Legos. I mean, everything, it no longer takes itself seriously, so you can make fun of itself.
It's just overdone to me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm having fun racing imaginary cars on an imaginary Lego island. Jesus.
Don't you and your Sega Dreamcast go f*** yourself. Oh, that's good stuff.
I love it how all of our shows lately are just evolving into it. You know what? No. F*** you.
No, f*** you. COVID-19, everyone. Been stuck at home for too long. I don't have to fear you coming across the desk when I call you a By the way, just completely random thing. Have you ever heard anyone actually use the use as like an insult to somebody
that wasn't British or Irish?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's one of those things that like stops everything. It's like, what?
I've heard it. My favorite one is, said directly to the face of a of a woman. You know, just directly, just drop that bomb. Europe. There it was.
It really is one of those things that just shuts everything down.
Oh yeah, it's a record scratch. It's like everybody stops and goes. Now, to be fair, she was a complete.
Okay, all right, perfect. This is 151, everyone. Find out more about us at 151theshow.com. We're on Facebook and Twitter at 151theshow. I guess we are on Instagram too, except nobody really tries on Instagram. If you go look at who we follow, it's just all hot cosplayers. So.
I'm an influencer on Instagram. Oh yeah, I'm a sniper in Call of Duty.
Where's that from?
That's a meme on the internet somewhere.
Oh God. So video games.
Okay, so I'm playing on my Xbox list, The Outer Worlds, Forza, Deliver Us the Moon, which is a game where you're exploring the moon. You're playing an astronaut. And
oh wow! Hey, look, everybody, another crater.
It seems to be pretty interesting so far and pretty accurate.
Oh wow! Guess what? Dirt. This dirt is gray. This rock is black. Wow.
I'll be damned. It really is made of cheese.
That sounds like the dumbest game. What's the point of it? Like just getting 100% completion or what?
Well, so far, I'm actually like going through and like if you don't do the right thing, you die. I'm not that far into it yet.
Wow.
So I'm sorry I put it on the list.
What was that a download, or did you buy that?
No, it's part of the Game Pass. No, I haven't bought it. But
okay. Is it an indie game?
I might if it's good.
What's it called again?
If it holds up, Deliver Us the Moon.
All right, let's see what this stupid game is about.
Such a jerk.
Watch, it's the greatest game ever made by like the nicest guys on the planet.
I'm sure it probably is actually.
The Moon.
So, not to be confused with The Outer Worlds.
Okay. So you want a good space game?
Well, I mean, let's look at what they are. Yeah, I've got Borderlands, which is set in space.
Okay. The
Outer Wilds, not to be confused with The Outer Worlds, which is also set in space. Yeah, I would say that it's in Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm kind of playing again. So I mean, yeah, I would say it's fair that I like a good space game.
I'm looking at this Deliver Us the Moon. I'm not seeing the moon at all in this.
Well, I'm still trying to get my rocket off the ground, so I don't know.
Are we all?
Now, to be fair, I also spent a couple hours on Farming Simulator 2019 the other night, so I don't know what that tells you either. So.
Oh God! Now I'm looking at this, and it looks great. Deliver Us the Moon looks great, but you said it was supposed to be exploring the moon, and this guy isn't on the moon.
I thought it was about exploring the moon. So
you got it. You don't even know what it's about.
I'm not that far into it, man. But it's one that captured my attention, at least from the marketing.
Yeah, there's really no there's no moon on this.
I'll play it some more and let you know.
Deliver Us the Moon mirrors humanity's history of space travel. The successes are incredible, but the failures can't be overlooked. That's from Gaming Bolt on YouTube. Anyways.
Much like 151 the show.
Yes, much like 151 the show. I don't know, the one cat that never comes downstairs and is very social has come down and is yelling at me about something, and I don't know what.
Fantastic.
He heard you talking about the moon. There's no damn moon in there. This, my friends, is Wrigley.
Why don't you show your ass to the camera like Stark does?
Is this
now? What's funny is before we started this, I actually made Oliver, my doodle, go back upstairs because otherwise we'd have at some point had 82 pounds of.
When did you get a dog?
Oh, shut up. He's actually doing fairly well. He just had a minor surgery on Wednesday.
Oh, really? For what?
He got neutered.
Oh, so he got his cut or his balls cut off.
Yes. He was supposed to have it done pre-COVID, and like the day before his appointment, that's when they shut down all of the elective non-essential surgeries, which apparently included vets.
What if neutering was actually cut off the
That would be terrible.
What the is this?
Then again, I had guys that when they found out that I was going in for a vasectomy a couple years ago, thought that I was actually getting my testicles removed and not just, the tube snipped.
I like how we're just trying to twist the knife on this whole gaming thing tonight. Like, we cannot stay on subject to save our life.
Nope, we sure can't.
Hey, everybody, look at those Funkos in the background.
This is my new favorite. This is Doc Holliday.
Yeah?
I think I've introduced him before, maybe.
You wore a Doc Holliday shirt last time.
This is the entertainment you've come to know and expect, folks. So yeah, I like a good role-playing game. I like space. What do you like? I mean, you basically only play World of Warcraft.
It's not that, like, I like Skyrim. I like long games. That's kind of what it comes down to. I like something that, because take, like, what was it called? Infamous.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, I like stuff that you build up characters and stuff, but excuse me, I don't like games that are short. Like, once a game gets to a certain point and you beat it and there's nothing else, like, you can't go back and, like, do this or do that or whatever. I just, it's like, why? I'm never going to play you again,
Right.
So I've got all these games around that, once I beat it once, it's like, unless I want to start at the very beginning and do it over, like Red Dead, because it's got so much to do. That's the kind of stuff I like. I like World of Warcraft because there's always something to do. There's always Now, granted, a big part of World of Warcraft is just grinding, which sucks.
True.
But it's kind of the one I always go back to. So,
right.
Like, I love the Spider-Man game when it came out on PlayStation. I'm supposed to I'm supposed to be getting the Avengers game, whatever the hell it decides to come out.
Like, I was gonna say, like, as a review copy or just
no. For Christmas, I got my wife's parents got it for me as a Christmas gift. It was gonna be
the pre-order.
Yeah. They did the pre-order and then they're like, oh, it's delayed, and then it's delayed again. So September, I should be getting this.
Right.
But I like games, like Red Dead. I like games like World of Warcraft. I like having something to do and something I'm going to go back to that doesn't have an end. And granted, with Red Dead, I got to a certain point in the game and I just stopped doing missions so I can go around and do other stuff. But that's the kind of stuff I like. And stuff with a good story, because Red Dead, that's probably one of the best video gaming stories ever. Red Dead 2.
You like to inhabit a fully fleshed out world.
Yes.
And that's, I mean, to a certain extent, that's what I like as well. I mean, that's the I will say, like, the outer worlds. That is
well, that's what that
one that's really pulled me in.
Well, that's what was the game where you're supposed to be able to go to all the planets, and there was lawsuits and stuff about it because it sucks so bad.
Oh, No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Which, so I bought that at launch. I think you remember, because I was going around and naming planets and stuff after you, because it was all procedurally generated. And yeah, that very quickly became very stale very quickly, because it didn't have anything it was supposed to have at launch.
Yeah.
They didn't get that game finished to launch on time. They have since, according to everything that I've learned, and it's been patched like 6 or 7 times, like major patches in the game rewritten. And apparently now you can do spaceships, colonies.
Really?
There is actual almost a multiplayer facet. There is, like, it has become what it was supposed to be from the very beginning. And I haven't gotten back into it, partially I think because I was so soured so quickly.
Yeah.
But I was actually reading an article the other day that, it finally became what it is, and if you hadn't given it a second shot, you should.
I'll tell you the other thing I like in video games is good DLC content. I know that there's the meme out there that it's like, well, hey, when I bought a video game in my day, I got the entire game. You know what? Technology has changed, and I don't mind. I like Red Dead 2. I wish that they would come out with a DLC for the story mode.
Right. The thing about it is, though, I mean, for what you're getting in DLC content a lot anymore, And I'll especially speak to like the Borderlands games because those are ones that I've always bought the DLC with. You're basically getting the amount of content in a DLC that you used to get in an entire game.
Yeah. Here's another good, like take World of Warcraft. Go back to that for a second. Some of the best content that I like the most is the pre-patch, like pre-launch events, like when they did the zombie thing before Wrath of the Lich King and the end of the world stuff, and I don't think they did one for Pandaria. They did a really crappy one for Warlords of Draenor, and what did they do for? Oh, they did something. I can't remember what it was, but that's the stuff I get excited for. I like that stuff. I think if I would buy like a game like Fortnite, that I would get really into it because, you look at the stuff they did where they shut down everything.
Right, and that's a continuing evolving game where if you miss chapters 1 through 7, you just missed them. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
One of the most amazing DLCs that I've ever played was for Borderlands 2, and it was Tiny Tina's Dungeon something. It was basically, so the characters, spoiler alert, one of the main characters in Borderlands 2 towards the end of the game dies, and one of the other characters has a really hard time dealing with it. And the DLC is actually her getting the other main characters that you could play to sit around and play this Dungeons and Dragons style role-playing game, and you're playing as the character in the role-playing game. So you've got the voiceovers and whatnot, and then you'll have somebody say something like incredibly stupid and outrageous, and then that happens on the screen, and then they'll be like, no, that didn't really happen, that's insane. And you got to do this really wacky, crazy, completely out of game character thing, and then they can walk it back and you do something realistic because that's in line with it. So that was, and honestly, it explores the emotional journey of basically a 14-year-old losing the only father figure that she's ever had. It's got a surprisingly emotional punch to it too.
So I don't know. That game that Keanu Reeves is going to be in,
Cyberpunk 2077.
That looks interesting to me. Like I said, the Avengers game looks interesting. You
had me with Cyberpunk when they said you could customize your own genitals.
Yeah, I know. Shadowlands for World of Warcraft is going to be coming out, which is cool. Red Dead. I wish they would do a story content patch, but they're not going to. It doesn't look like.
I don't. Considering that led into what it led into, I don't see how they could.
But a lot of people, with some of the stuff. How much of Red Dead did you play? I mean, did you play it all the way through?
Oh no, God no, okay. No. But I know how it ends.
A lot of people.
I'm for spoilers with video games like you are for movies.
A lot of people thought. A lot of people thought that they were going to do a Cowboys and Aliens like DLC because there's a couple UFOs in the game that you can see.
Okay.
And going back to Jace, we had to go see him one night, which those are actually kind of easy to get to show up. But a lot of people thought they were going to do, like a DLC for like a Cowboys versus Aliens type thing, which I think that would be cool.
Oh yeah.
So
no, absolutely. Did you ever run into the time traveler guy too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I finished that.
I think I got to where I was starting that.
Okay.
But never. So about that point in the game, I think maybe 25-30% maybe.
Okay.
It got super hard to play that because by the time the kids fall asleep, I'm basically asleep on the couch, and it's really hard to explain to a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, at least my girls, Daddy, why are you shooting that guy in the face?
Meanwhile, my 5-year-old is like, Dad, are you going to shoot that guy?
Right.
Oh, good times.
The difference between little boys and little girls.
I know, right? But yeah, it is the damnedest thing to see that boy sit up there and play that Super Nintendo. I've got faith in him.
I was freaking overjoyed the other day. Savannah came to me and told me that she, won legit won 3 races in a row on Mario Kart at like the 150cc level.
Funny story though, I will not teach him how to power slide on N64.
Funny story though, I will blue shell my daughter if it means that I win the race. Don't let up. I do not let her win. I don't let her. She's got to learn how to win against a good opponent. I'm sorry.
I'll totally do that to Jace, but I taught a buddy of mine. He was like, "How are you doing that? Like power sliding, you know?" I taught him, and I never beat him again.
Right.
So yes, I will not make that mistake again. So,
because in 6 months from now he'll be smoking you.
Exactly, and then that's when I'll have another meltdown and break a controller.
Right.
Have you broke a controller? I think we've talked about this before, but have you ever
literally snapped one in half this time? No, I've never broken a controller.
Really? I pounded one on the ground until it broke on the inside, much like my soul. Does that pretty much wrap up our video game talk?
I think so. I mean, I would love to hear everybody's opinion on what they're playing, and is there a glaring advantage or disadvantage that I'm missing? Because I'm completely new to the world of Xbox, but I'm thinking about dipping a toe in. So
okay, maybe as we get closer to it, we can have another conversation about it.
Right. I think I'd actually like to dig into the tech spec sometimes and talk to it about somebody. So.
Oh boy, can't wait for that.
What's a teraflop? I don't even know.
This is 151 the show. My name is Adam. He's Justin. We're sponsored by Skeleton Wine. You can find out more about them at their website, skeletonwine.com, or on their Facebook page at Skeleton Vineyards. As for us, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all at 151 the show. And we hope that you like, follow, share, and subscribe to us on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and our YouTube channel. We can't end without a shameless plug.
Cue the music!
This is part of the show where Justin and I shamelessly plug shit. It could be a t-shirt. It could be a restaurant. It could be... I knew you'd do that. Boy, it really... Link
is in the description, people. Link is in the description.
Oh, and really, like I said, I put on that hat just to keep my head warm one night.
Seriously, like the first post-COVID public appearance that this guy makes, I would like 40 of these shirts to walk up to him out of the crowd.
Well, I just like how
I found him.
I just like how one of my buddies randomly texts me and he's got one of these shirts. I'm like, how many people got these?
Right.
My buddy Sabo, he writes me, he's like, dude, look what I got. And then all my other buddies are like, oh my god, look at that. It's like of all the things that I thought I was going to become a t-shirt with, it's not this. It is not this. But you know what? I am starting to look kind of prospect, like I should be living in Alaska, right?
I remember the rush of 1846, dagnabbit.
Hey, by the way, how come you didn't jump in on the Tony Conrad thing with the pictures I was making? When I made him into a prospector and
because I fell asleep that night and I didn't see it until the next day, and then I'm like, God bless it. It's not. I can't jump back on it right now because it's old.
I like how I can wear my headphones under this.
Yeah,
anyways, shameless plug. This is part of the show where we shamelessly plug something. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a t-shirt. It could be a restaurant. It could be a product. It could be a service. It could be really anything. I don't know who's going here. Maybe we'll each do a shameless plug. Who knows?
I'd like. You can go ahead and have one if you like. But I'd like to do one for the mug that I was using earlier is an authentic Riverside Trek Fest mug.
Oh, nice.
Purchased from the shop in Riverside, Iowa. I've talked about them before and going over and visited the birthplace of James Kirk. So I would like to shamelessly plug that store. I think you can order online. I may be wrong about that. They have some really awesome shirts you can pick up, the old Trek Fest shirts. When I was over there, I got the Fistful of Datas, the Western episode. I got one of my favorite shirts of all time, which shows the outline of a red shirt laying on the floor. It says live red, die fast, or something like that.
That's great.
I have to screw up And you pump the dollars in local. If you're here in Iowa, keep the monument alive. Support them. It's a good thing. So Riverside Trek Fest. Support them.
We need to go to that. We need to just go there.
The mug's awesome.
It is.
12 ounces
great.
plus creamer. 12 ounces plus creamer. It's good capacity. It's nice weight. The color is very pleasing. Obviously, you rock Federation planets.
There you go. We need to go down there.
We do. We absolutely do.
We should do. We should do like the tour I did of Pella and Des Moines.
Yep. We could take a trip down to Riverside. Go to the because you've never been to the birthplace, have you?
Nope.
Go down the birthplace. Take some pictures. Go to the park. Hang out by the Enterprise.
Can we have a picnic by it? Me and you.
Yeah.
Like have a blanket and everything in a basket.
Yeah.
Ooh, fried chicken.
I think we have to.
Now we have to. Our picnic.
Right. Set up the camera so it shows us skipping over to the store.
Oh, that's all I want to do Can we do it in the winter so I can wear this hat?
It's gonna be hard to have a picnic in the winter.
So, if we dress warm enough. Well, how is it hard to have a picnic in the winter? You're literally just eating outside.
Right, but if you're going to spread a blanket and be on the ground, I mean, it needs to be nice out. It needs to be, I don't know, April 25th. Not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
And with that, that's going to do it for us. What happened to your screen? Wow, it really...
I didn't move. It just...
I just like how it blinks and all of a sudden it's like surface of the sun.
Balance, the white balance goes. I don't know.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for us. Hopefully you enjoyed this just cluster of a show tonight. Again, you can find us on 151theshow.com, this station's website.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at 151theshow. And don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, and do all that cool stuff on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, follow, and like, and rate us. That would help us out. So you can see more of this amazing amount of bull.
I think COVID's brought out some of our best work.
It really has. It really has. That or we just said f*** it at some point.
I think there's a certain time and point which we just kind of quit taking ourselves very seriously and just really decided to enjoy this.
Well, when you can pull off this look, the f***s are endless.
That's right.
Ooh.
Behold, my field of f***s. Notice it is barren.
Next time the wife wants to dress up, how's this staring down at you, honey?
I got news for you. What you need to do is the next time that you think there's a chance of you getting romantic,
pull out the hat. That's what I'm saying.
You come around the corner wearing nothing but that hat and a smile.
I need a littler hat. All right, everybody, have a great night. Thanks for watching.